Well, I think meletrix finally did it. The Zoom 75 is beautiful, customizable, and probably the best budget keyboard I've tried. Hit the B-roll. Now, meletrix was first in the race to introduce a custom budget keyboard that hit above its price point with the original Zoom 65. Since then, they've launched the Zoom TKL, a version 2 of the Zoom 65, and now their most ambitious project, the Zoom 75. Right off the bat, I gotta say, this keyboard sounds great with little to no modding required. Just assemble it and take off. No foams with the non-flex cut PCB, sounds fantastic. The body shape of the Zoom 75 reminds me a lot of the Wuche Mammoth 75, which is really a good thing. It has a seamless side profile, giving it a clean look with rounded edges. The USB port is centered and there's a cherry lip in the front for a comfortable typing feel. The bottom is similar to the Zoom TKL with a mirror back plate and a weight with the telescope engraved in it. Now, these can all be changed based on what you prefer, and you can also pick up extras if you're ever in the mood to change things up. The typing angle is 5 degrees, paired with the 20mm front height, and I find this very comfortable to type on without a wrist rest. Now, fully built with the optional internal weight, the Zoom 75 comes in at a whopping 5.97 pounds or 2.7 kg. They also did away with the internal screws and instead went with the traditional screw placements at the bottom of the case. But they did use press-in silicone feet to hide the screw holes. This is definitely my favorite implementation. And then we have this top right modular section of the board. There are a few options you can do here. Now, when you purchase the kit, it will come with the knob module standard, which gives you the knob and an additional F-row key. They offer other add-on options, including a 2-key module for those who need more keys and live on the boring side of life. You can also get a badge module that looks really nice, and they have a bunch of extra badge designs you can purchase and give the board a cool aesthetic. Or this bad boy, a 2U color LCD screen. To me, this is the way. It's not the highest resolution screen, nor does it have a high refresh rate, but it looks really good nonetheless. It displays quite a few things like typing speed, CPU temps, GIFs, and more, and will be customizable with the phone app for either Android or iOS. Unfortunately, the app isn't ready, so I couldn't test it out, but I'm excited to add some of my own GIFs in the future. Yeah. Now, there are a couple of different variations available, starting with the Essential Editions, which starts at $179 and only comes in black and white with the wired PCB only. A quick note on that, a wired PCB will not work with the screen add-on. So if you want the screen, skip the wired PCB version and go with the tri-mode PCB, which bumps the price to $199. Now, the EE-Color, and there's a ton of color options to choose from. Now, for $229, the SE version, which is the one that I have, comes with the CNC top case and a surprisingly nice anodized finish that's smooth to the touch. Also, the SE has these beautifully accented chamfers and this cute telescope engraving on the right side blocker. The SE is available in anodized black, orange, and E-white with gold gloss chamfers, and an anodized lavender with silver gloss chamfers. For a $30 upcharge, I'd say it's worth it to upgrade to the SE if you want a nicer finish. But keep in mind there are many add-ons which you can get out of hand really quick, so be smart with your selections. Overall, there's a lot to like here with the Zoom 75. It's very customizable and it looks clean. Including with your kit, you can get a nice storage case, which won't look like this. It will come with black standard, but they will have this look as an add-on if you're into it. You also get a tri-mode 1.2mm PCB, which connects through wire, Bluetooth, or a 2.4 GHz receiver. This PCB comes in either a flex cut version or a non-flex cut version and has a ton of support for multiple layouts, including split backspace, left shift and spacebar, stepped caps lock, ANSI, and even ISO enter. Yeah, that's a lot. A PC plate will come standard, and they have a few more options as add-ons, including this palm plate, which I will use for today's build. You also get 2 lithium-ion batteries for the Bluetooth, these nice gasket sleeves, which are just like the ones used in the Zoom TKL. Just slide them on and you're set. Some gaskets are longer than others. The short ones go on the sides of the plate and the long ones go on the top and the bottom. You also get the knob module kit standard, a daughterboard GST cable, a foam pack with pour-on plate, case, and switch foams, as well as a pour-on foam to fill the internal weight cutout if you don't add the internal weight as an option. You also get the press-in silicone feet, which come in both black and white, so you can choose which one you want to go with, a USB cable, screws and tools, and these new WS-V3 stabilizers. Now, these stabilizers are interesting and have some shrink wrap on the end of the wires. Meletrix claims there's very little modding required, so I threw them in stock. And I gotta say, the 2U wires all sounded really good with zero modding. I didn't add any lube to the housing or anything. I did notice there was a little bit of oil on the internal stems and the housings, so that's probably why it doesn't need it. However, I did have some problems with the space bar. There was some serious ticking on the right side. Now, I did inject some BDZ and it took care of the issue. Now, these are pre-production stabilizers, and Meletrix has said that they will update the stabilizers for the group buy though. Yeah, so overall the build process is pretty straightforward. You just have to make sure to connect all the cables, and the most tricky of them is the cable for the screen. Just remember to have the blue side facing up when you install them, start with the screen, and then move to the PCB, and you should be good to go. As far as Bluetooth performance, it worked really well. You can pair up to 3 devices, and to do that, first unplug the USB cable and hold function and long press either Z, X, or C. It will start flashing fast, letting you know it's in pair mode. Go to the device you want to pair to, just like you would any other Bluetooth device, and you're done. So how does it perform? Well, I gotta say, this is the best typing experience I've seen out of the Zoom lineup, or any other budget entry board for that matter. The typing feel is nice and soft with plenty of flex, even without having flex cuts on the PCB. I would love to try an aluminum plate with this board. I think that will really sound and feel perfect for my preferences. As far as sound, it's nice and crisp. The board sounds nice with no foams, some foams, or full of foam. No matter what you throw at it, it sounds very good for the price that you're paying. It's really nice to see Meletrix listening to the community and giving everyone options to match their preference, so props to them on that. Now in today's build, I used a switch that I collaborated on with KNC Keys, the clack bits. These full palm, long pole linear switches are currently in stock at KNC Keys and many international vendors, so take a look at the link in the description. We will be using over 30% of the profits to raise money to build water wells in villages that need them the most. If you want to know more detail on the clack bits or the charity, check the video in the description. Now here's a couple of sound tests for you. The Zoom 75 is definitely a must buy if you're in the market for a 75% keyboard and your budget allows for it. I have affiliate links in the description that really help this channel out, so if you love your boy, use those links if you're gonna buy. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy the typing test. Peace.